This is Micah Shaney from Microwave Productions. I'm here with my brother, Anthony Shaney, and we are doing another one of my video blogs. So, today's topic, we're talking about bikes for newbies. Now, for those of you who are just getting into mountain biking, you may realize that a bike from Walmart is not exactly what you call a mountain bike. It's more of a piece of tin. It's a tank with wheels and really crummy bike components and stuff. It's not good. Please, if you are just looking into mountain biking, do not buy a Walmart bike. That's like one of the worst things you could have chosen to buy. For my example over here, my brother right here, he bought a Specialized Rockhopper Disc Sport, and his bike only cost him about $700. Now for most of you that might still be expensive, considering you're used to about $100, $200 range for a bike at Walmart. My bike, which you see me riding right here, is a great example of a really low-cost bike. What I'm riding right now is called a Diamondback Response Sport. You know, this bike, it only cost me about $500, and it was a great investment. And when you buy a new bike, you want to make sure that your mountain bike comes with equipped with disc brakes. What disc brakes are is they're a set of brakes that instead of having the V brakes that clamp onto your bike on your tire, they use discs like a motorcycle or a car would, and they clamp onto the disc located on your bike tire. You know, right where the axle is on your wheel. Great thing. Now for a lower end bike, you're probably gonna end up getting the mechanical disc brakes, which are a lot cheaper and not as efficient as the ones you see on higher end models like the hydraulic disc brakes. The only difference is that between both of them, hydraulic uses hydraulics and fluid to stop, which prevents it from overheating and from you slipping on your brakes, which for most people, it's a really good thing to do, especially when you're braking a lot going downhill. Also, when you're looking for a new bike, you probably want to get a 29-inch wheels, because for most people, they prefer to have that 29 bigger tire. Most bikes you see at Walmart are gonna have that 26-inch size wheel. But if you're just shopping around for a bike and you don't really care, you know, its rollability speed and how easy it rolls on stuff, you don't need to do that. And a lot of times, the older models that run on 26-inch wheels will be a lot cheaper. So you can find those on discount, because many people now, they're all moving to 29ers and a 650B. Now, a 650B is a 27.5, so it's right in between your 29-inch wheels and your 26-inch wheels. I find them to be great. Although mine is a 26, which is why I can afford it such a good price. So honestly, if I were you, I'd be looking for an aluminum hardtail bike. So I forgot to mention is that most bikes you're gonna find in your price range are gonna be what you call a hardtail. Now, if this term is unfamiliar to you, it's like basically saying you have no rear suspension. So in other words, you have a hard tail, like the back of your bike, aka the tail, is hard. It's just straight up aluminum. There's no suspension, so it's not a full suspended bike. So the back of it's not bouncy. Now for some of you, you're thinking that just makes a bike look cheap. In reality, it doesn't. Because if you're getting a bike, most of the time, a hardtail for cross country, which is basically riding through trails as fast as you can, they use hardtail bikes because they are proven to be faster than any other bike. Most of the time, you'll end up losing a lot of your energy on a full suspended bike. Whereas on a hardtail, you're not wasting any energy compressing a back suspension. So, that about wraps up what you're gonna be looking for in a brand new bike. I mean, of course, you might not want to buy a brand new bike for your starter bike. A used bike is just fine. Like this one I bought used for like $500. Great deal. You know, if you're looking for a really good bike, some brands you might want to look at are the Trek Excalibur series, which run anywhere from about $400 all the way up to about, you know, $1,100. But of course, your 1100 models are probably more for the intermediate rider, whereas a beginner, I would most definitely start on a mid-range and Excalibur series, like the Excalibur 5 or the Excalibur 6. Those are great bikes. They come equipped with your SR Sontura fork. It's a hardtail, no back suspension. That's a 2x10 drive chain racing system. So the components are excellent. You know, there's also Specialized, which they also sell. Now they have the Pitch and the Rock Hopper series, which are great entry-level bikes and intermediate-level bikes to get. Both ranging about, you know, $700 to about $1,000. Now, of course, if you're like me, and you don't have, you know, close to $1,000 to spend on a bike, you think it's ridiculous to spend that much money on a bike, then definitely, all the way, go on Craigslist, go on eBay, you know, go local bike shopping and find a nice bike. Let me here warn you that any bike that you will find at Walmart or Academy, those are not going to be very good bikes. Most of the time, the people that put those bikes together don't know what they're doing, and they'll end up destroying the bike by the time you get it. You know, the gears won't shift because they don't know how to put the derailleurs up. So, just a warning, you want to go buy a legit mountain bike, you know, preferably one hardtail. Most full suspension bikes are going to run you about, you know, $1,000 for a cheap one. For a good one, you spend about $2,000 on it. I mean, to get them out, it's an expensive hobby, but as me and my brother can probably agree, it is totally worth it. You'll love to get your bike out on the trail. And if you're a good budget, you know, you don't have to buy the nicest stuff. You can buy a perfectly good bike, you know, for a budget around $500. Buy a nice helmet. Please do not forget the helmet. And thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments, just leave in the comment section. Leave a like if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. See y'all later.
So I'll be on my way. So I'll be on my way.